Hello everyone, it is time for some more Megaman X4. We are going to be heading into Wohlers this stage. Let's get into it. Oh, hello, Blizzard Buffalo. Nice to see you again. There's going to be a few other ice-themed cameos in this stage. It's kind of neat to see. Gonna destroy that and get a heart tank. That's why we did Dragoon first, because his weapon is rather useful. All these ice spikes, real dangerous area. There's another embossed thing in the ice there, but I don't know I can't remember what that is, so we're just gonna ignore it and pretend like it never happened. This platforming section, it can be kind of hard if you're not fast enough, because it's all disappearing while as soon as you start standing on it, it'll start disappearing. And you can die in this section if you're not careful, like I did a couple times in my practice playthrough, but you won't have to see that, thankfully. And here we go into the mini-boss. Hi, Chill Penguin. So a fun fact I learned about mini-bosses from watching speedruns of this game is they don't have any invincibility frames, which you'll see in a moment when I just kind of own this guy. Right there. Let's get into the second half of this stage.
Ready.
Oh, I'm very ready, game. The gimmick of this section is it's like an ice maze. You gotta destroy all the stuff. I was kind of freaking out there for a second. I was trying to practice a technique that you can do it's like you cancel out the first slash of the triple slash with a dash, and you can just chain that together, and since there's no there's no lag in between the first slash, you can get a lot of damage done really fast, which can be useful for quick killing bosses, but I'm not here to do that. What I am here to do is get that weapon tank, which is useful if you're X, not so useful if you're 0. If you're at full weapon ammo, it'll fill up with weapon ammo when you pick it up, and you can use it to refill any weapon that you need. But 0 only has 1, and we aren't even going to get it for a nice long while. The gimmick for this segment, you might have already seen, are these burbs. If you don't kill them fast enough, or you don't get away fast enough, they will ice over the entire segment of level that you're in, which you'll see here in just a moment. Which can make things very dangerous, but we're already at Wohlers, so it doesn't really matter. Let's get to this big boy. Oh, here he comes. What's that blonde kid up to? I don't have time for you, Junior. Hey, shut up and fight already. Oh, that does it. You're going down. So the beginning of this fight is, pretty simple. If you hit him with his weakness, he'll just fly back, he'll hit the wall, and then he'll do that. I'm gonna be sliding in these hits wherever I can, because hitting him with his weakness does send him into that long invincibility phase, which is rather annoying, so hitting him with just the normal saber will get more damage off. Once he gets to half health and you hit him with his weakness like that, he'll just chill, and he'll start doing this second phase, where he'll send an ice spike into the middle, he'll break open, but it's really easy to dodge, and he's already dead. Ah, these explosions are so much faster than X3. It's wonderful. Give us a thumbs up, and let's get out of here. Oh, Hyoret Suzan. I can say that. Basically, when you're in the air, you can press down in the attack button, and you'll do a diving ice spike thing. You like thrust the saber into the ground. And now some of these some of the Mavericks, they don't have a particular weakness when you're playing as Zero. And for that reason, you can actually go to basically any of the bosses first. Web Spider, I'd say, is the best contender for a first boss, just because of how easy the pattern is. But I wanted to be able to get the heart container in this stage, so we had to go to Magma Dragoon first. Lots of fun platforming in this stage. Got some waterfalls that we'll be needing to jump over. Also, that was a sick dodge. I don't know how I managed to get past everything there. Just gotta get across this before they fall. Now, if I was really good, I'd be able to do this cool back and forth thing, but I'm not so cool. So I'm gonna end up murder killing most of the... How did that not hit me? How did that one not hit me? I must be really good at this game. Speedrun strat. I tried doing the, that saber cancel again, but I just gave up immediately.
Ready.
Second half of the stage, a lot less water, a lot more spider. I don't know why they chose electricity to be Web Spider's, like, element of choice, but whatever. Got a bunch of bees. This actually pertains to the intro stage. That's how you know that it was Frepple Force that was doing all that stuff, because there was a bunch of these bee enemies in the intro stage as well. Which means it was likely that Web Spider sent all these guys in to help with the taking down of the Sky Lagoon, or whatever it's called. This is the reason we went to go get Flame Dragoon's weapon first, because that way we get that heart tank. And it makes for a nifty little shortcut. Heal up, damage boost off of those guys, because it does less damage than the spiders. And let's get into the bigger spider, Web Spider. A very original name for a spider. It's just like, oh, they make webs? Call it Web Spider. Ah, Zero. I've been expecting you. Spider, you work for Rebel Force. Yes, I lead the Renegade unit now. There's still time. Call off the coup. No, I know where my loyalties lie. Strike a pose, Spider, before I murder kill you. Normally, he'll shoot out a web like that. You really want to avoid that. It'll do tons of damage, and it keeps you stuck for a minute. You can't hit him while he's up above, like I did there. I'm not too good at it, though, so... At most, you can get 3 hits if you're really fast. But Web Spider is easily a contender for first boss to take on. He's just so easy. Dodging this is easy as dashing to the wall and jumping over. Sometimes even just dashing. This fight doesn't really get interesting until the halfway point of his health, where he does this little thing. He'll run around, he'll shoot out these spiders first thing, kind of reminiscent of the spider boss from X1, and then after that he will shoot out 2 webs and then shoot out the little spiders again, rinse and repeat. And as you can see, he does a lot of damage when you touch him, so try not to get hit. You may have also heard Zero when I got to the yellow health. He was all like, "It's not over yet." That happens every time he gets into the yellow health, so expect to hear that a few more times. Raijin Geki. This is probably the slowest of all the special weapons that we'll get. You have to stand still and press the attack button, and you'll shoot out some lightning in one direction. And that is Split Mushroom's weakness. Oh boy. Look at how beautiful this looks, and by beautiful I mean wonderfully bad pre-rendered stuff from the PS1 era. It gets even worse in X5, but I guess we'll talk about that when we get to it. Thankfully it doesn't last too long, but we will have to come back to it a second time. Lots of platforming over bottomless pits in this stage, really don't want to fall there. And this is our vertical level as well, with a laboratory plant theme. I guess that makes sense. He is a mushroom, and they said he protects the laboratory or something. Lots of vertical climbing, do not want to fall down. And definitely don't want to hit those spikes. I should have gone to the other side because it would be safer, but whatever. If you're fast enough, you can get through this segment without, before they crush you, but I was just playing it real safe. These ladybugs are real slow. They don't really pose much of a threat. Unlike this mini-boss, where if you don't know what you're doing, you can kind of get absolutely destroyed. It'll go to whichever platform you're standing on and destroy it. Now normally you'd think just slashing it a whole bunch would be enough, but if you remember, mini-bosses don't have invincibility frames, so you can just... It's not over yet, Zero. But it will be over very soon. And yes, it will just keep going if you run out of platforms and you will die, which kinda sucks, but we're past that. And we're to more really bad pre-rendered backgrounds. Oh no. I'm being really reckless through all this, taking damage the whole way, because it doesn't really matter how much damage you take if you're gonna be healed up after every time you enter a new segment. I say that as I don't get healed here. But, oh hey look, a heart tank. This one can actually be kind of tricky to get, but thankfully I was able to get it first try. Want to speed through this segment before all the platforms fall, and oh boy, auto scroller, can't climb those walls. Gotta wait on this elevator. Yep, elevator segments. Everyone loves them. I guess I'll take this time to talk a bit more about Zero's creator, Wily. I don't know when or if I'll be getting to the classic series on this channel, but Dr. Wily, the big bad of the classic games, as I've already explained and as we saw in the flashback, is Zero's creator. It's likely that X and Zero were being created around the same time, even. So that's interesting to note. That health bar looks a little different. You made it this far. I'm impressed. You interested in a real challenge? Who's your commanding officer? Never mind that. It's time to fight. Yeah, that health bar seems a little, sinister, and by sinister I mean it's Sigma. He works for Sigma. Who would have thought that this mysterious, guy in the opening that we saw would have been Sigma? I would have never guessed. This part of his fight, he just splits in two. You hit him with that, and he'll jump to the opposite side, and he'll do it again. And unlike X3, he, actually does do something after 3 hits, so have to stay on your toes. These after images, I guess you could call them. They're the weapon that X gets, and it's actually way cooler than what we get. I guess what we get isn't too bad. It's a double jump and spinning slash, which is really nice, and I just got owned, which isn't so nice. Let's try that one more time. Make sure to get an adequate amount of sweep, gamers. Sleep. But yeah, you can actually tell if one of the Mavericks you're going after is actually a Maverick, like in the case of this guy, because he works for Sigma, or if they're just with Repliforce. It all depends on their health bar. I'm doing much better this time around. Didn't even get hit there. I don't know how, but I've been doing some sick dodges in this episode, so I'm not gonna complain. Ow. But he's done. Didn't even get to do it a third time. Give us that thumbs up again. There we go. Kuenbu. That one's a lot easier. You can double jump and you do a nice fun spin slash, which is my favorite move in the game. I've got a message from Repliforce. Zero, I'll be at the Memorial Hall. Be there. Don't go, Zero. Don't fight him. This is a matter of personal pride now. There's no avoiding this. I must go. But he'll go in the next episode. So make sure to tune in, and I'll see you then.